Hello guys. Hope you're good like I am, and hope you're doing good wherever you are. So let me welcome you to this channel of ours. My name is Immaculate and welcome on board. Thank you so much for the continuing support, for stopping by to watch this video. May God bless you. Yeah, so today we are continuing with the wall installation. Yeah, and here I'm studying. It's a bit a higher place. So here is where we had kept the stones that we dug from the well. Yeah, and the stones still are beneficial because we are using them. We're going to refill the columns because they are deeper, so we don't want to cast using a lot of coarse aggregate. So that's why we are first refilling the columns so that we can use a small amount of coarse aggregate. Yeah, so continue following us, continue watching our videos. Yeah, and may God bless you and continue to subscribe to our channel.
Thank you.
So that's the process of refilling. We are refilling the columns so that the coarse aggregate will be used at least a small one. Yeah. Continuing from the previous video, so yesterday we were able to trench cast one side, one trench. So today we are on the other side, and this is the aggregate. This aggregate there, it is in process of making. It was made yesterday, but it remained. So they have just come and continued from where they left. And this aggregate is composed of the dust, sand, the ballast, and the cement. So this is the cement that is on top, and actually they are using it into rears. They began with the dust. See the dust? No, they began with the sand, the dust, and then the ballast, and then on top they have the cement. So that is what they are doing. So they are going to trench cast this other side, the side that you're using the pillars that are standing. Yeah. So here's where they've begun. The trench casting has begun here, but yesterday they did this. But you can see that there is difference between here and here because this one has not dried up. Yeah, but this one, it has already dried up. Going on to the other part over there. Yeah. apart from this trench casting, yeah, so here on the other side we've got some peoples. Yeah, these are the experts. These are the builders. So they are also doing some works here, and this is the foundation. They have begun setting the foundation. What they are using in this foundation setting, they are using the coal stones. Then you can see them. These are the coal stones. Yeah, so still these are the process also is undergoing. Yes, and this is how they are setting them. So the core stone is placed on a concrete that is a mixture of sand, cement, and water. And I can see that he is also taking the measurements. Is it no? He's using the plumb line to make sure that they are in the right position. Yeah. Yung ko po tayo.
Niki turagucuria gutigakora guothe. Anake ukurira uguo.
So there's a string that is on the other side. You can see wherever it is. So the string is used to nini. It is displayed and it is displayed to every, like the whole of the trench. And its purpose is to make sure that the stones are aligned. Yeah. So that's the purpose of it. Yeah, and I can see the builders are building in some parts. So everyone is assigned his part, the other one is part, the other one is part. And I think that was the reason for also for the columns, apart from the reinforcement of the wall. Njitagwa Ima. Rĩu riwa makĩnjita So it is mixed. So this is the sand, the dust, and the cement. So after it is being mixed, it is then mixed together with water, and this is what we get to. This is the concrete that we get to fix now the core stones. Yes. Hawana wawezi kwa kuibia hadi yao mimi. Still, the concrete that is used to lay the stones above, it's also used to fill the gaps, because there are some gaps that are left after placing the stones. That is the core stones on the concrete. You can see that there are spaces that are being left, and they can never be left like that, because they can cause, maybe the wall can collapse it alone, or even bring some problems. That is so you have to fill it so that it can be intact to each other, and that is what is being done. So that is the concrete that after the stone was laid, so it is on the sides, the ones that are left on the sides. So it's also used, it's mixed with some water, a little one, because once you've laid the concrete, after some time it dries up, because there's so much sun over here. Yeah, so the place is very, not the sun, the place, but still the place is very sunny, so you have to at least mix it with someone so that it can make a solution, a good mixture. And also the stones are also poured water, so that then it will help in sticking and sticking with the concrete. So before applying, is it applying? What is the best one to use? Before fixing it, before filling up with the concrete, you have first to water the stones, so that it can stick with the concrete in a very better way. So that's the concrete that is used to fill up the stones, the gaps that have been left after setting the core stones. This is what is used to to fill up the spaces, so that it cannot be left open or with spaces. That is, the spacious things should be taken away. Finally, because the work is too much, we've decided to simplify the work by use of grinder. That is what we're using to cut out the reinforcing bars. And the bars that are being cut here, we're going to use them to install on this other side, because we are done with the second trench. We are done with setting out the pillars, and so this for the other side that we've not installed the pillars, so we are going to install them a few minutes, because you see the grinder is simplifying works. It is using less time than the manual way of cutting it. Hapana, nawaleteanga.
Dikereria. Abai ni no batiria ugo. Bora tu tosa kar ko buta. Asa no godina tu. Barani. Na huyo msungu akikusumbua na jina yangu, umwambia na ndilo na stano wenyewe.
Sio kipala.
Sio kipala. Ano. Mimi na umwambia mimi nakunja chuma.
Toro.
Chukua chuma. Nipiga kunjo. Kebarande huko.
Amusogo.
Ukenda uri engineer kakonje togo geta gwate. Ona ure kangarure. Tora ya? Mugambo nurige kwa? Okay. 90 degree.
So these are the stones that are used. So these are the stones are used after finalizing using the core stones. These the core stones, and it has gone to, they've built the hoods. First course, second, third, and fourth. Those are, I think those are called the courses. One step, one stone. I think it's a course. One line of a stone. I think it's a course. So they have built to the fourth course using the core stone. So they now use the Darugo stones, and these Darugo stones they are being laid by the workers. Actually, every builder who builds in this that is in our place, an expert, whoever has a knowledge of building, he is given another person, a helper. So those who are carrying stones are the ones helping the expertise. So yeah, and the helpers gives out whatever is required by the builder, by the professional. Yeah, so I'll go and show you how. I'll show you a professional and a helper of him. Yes, we are oiling the wheelbarrow for it to move without some sounds. So wherever it's not oiled, lubricating. It's awkward noises. Hey, we've got some people who are running here, so we are avoiding them too from giving out some weird noises. So to this point, it's already afternoon, and we are done with the call, with setting our foundation with one side. That is the first trench. That you can see some stones up there. So we've begun this one. So this is the other trench that we've begun. Yeah, this, like I showed you before, it's the beginning of setting the foundation. harvesting of yam. No, not cover. Not yam, cassava. Cassava extraction. So this is the plant. Yeah, and the cassava is found downwards. It stores its food in the roots. So this is how it is done. This is extracting, and you can see some cassava over here. Those ones, and they are very big. And there are others that are being extracted here. Yeah. And you know, you have to be careful while extracting the cassava, because once it is heated, it may come out, and as you cook it, it will be bitter. So you have to be very careful while extracting it. It should not be heat or even to the setting of the foundation. The other trench, we are installing the pillars. So this is the measurements of the pillars. Yeah, and you can see that we've already set the base columns. Those are the base. So what we are waiting is, we have already laid the pillars, the upwards pillars. That is it the vertical or the horizontal ones? Those ones going up. We've already placed them each a column. So what we are waiting is, we wanna set them so that we can trench cast also. The other side, we are having the materials here. That is the sand, the ballast, and the dust. We're getting them from the garden to the home compound, because there is where the site is. Because we want to trench cast the other side. So we've decided that we cannot have the coarse aggregate far from the site. So we've decided that we're going to take it, that is transfer it from the garden to the compound, which is near the site, and here is where it is kept. So like I told you yesterday, what we're doing is, we first have the sand, and then the dust, the ballast, and then on top the cement. So we'll have to transfer the sand. That is what we've begun, and also the dust by use of wheelbarrow, that is manually. And then on top of it, the ballast, and then on top we'll have the cement, and then mix it with water so that we can begin our trench casting. And then trench that we are casting, it is here. This is a trench that we are going to cast here, this one. So the setting of the columns has begun. Yeah, and you can see that there are some stones in each column. Okay, the stones helps they makes the base column stand in a better position. Yeah, that's the reason for it, and we're going to cast until to the end. We've transferred the cement from there to here simply because we want to have the sorry, we want to have the concrete over there. So, and you see it's close to it. to where we having the concrete, that is the coarse aggregate. So what we use is you have to put some stones down there so the cement can be on top of the stones, and the reason is because it might maybe rain and you see there are some water that are being left underground, and you know once the cement gets the water it sticks, so we want it to remain how it is. So we don't, or even maybe while making the mixture there, while making the aggregate, the water can flow and come and get to the cement. So we don't want it to be damaged. That is why we keep the stones over. So that is why we press the cement on top of the stones. The base column, let's let's see how it is made. This is the setting of the base column. You'll use some stones. You can see that he's taking stones. These are the stones that we got from the well to support the column base, so that it can be on the same level. This the nini that I told you, it's used to support the column so that it may stay at the actual place, because you know while installing it, it has to be made in an exact place, using the plumb line. Yeah. Back to the place that we had already set the foundation using the core stones. You can see that there are some stones which are kept on the sides of a pillar. Yeah, so they have kept the stones both sides. This one and that one, the other side, just to make sure that the pillar, wherever it is, like it has no space. So the reason as to why is that they wanna fill the coarse aggregate in the pillar, so that the pillar may not be left open or without anything. So, and once the coarse aggregate sticks to the pillar, they just take away the stones. So these instead, you most probably they use the T-bars, that is to cover up the both sides, but because they wanna save the time, because using T-bar it will take time, so they've just simplified it just to save time, because they wanna work in a hurry, like within a short period of time. So that's why they have chosen to use this method of using the stone, covering it, then they will fill in the pillar with the coarse aggregate. So after it sticks, then they will take away the stones. These are I told you in our language you call them the Darugo stones, but I think they are the soft stones. So these are the stones that are used to build up once the foundation is done, because you can see this side the foundation is done, so we are left with the proceedings. So on proceeding they will be using these soft stones. So you can see the difference, that this one is soft, but this one is love. Yeah, so that is what they are doing. So they have already covered the both sides. What they are left with is just to fill the coarse aggregate or the concrete in between. Yeah, and it is filled to where the stones have reached, to where the foundation has reached, such that this is what I mean illustrate. So the coarse aggregate will get to this point. So it will reach to this point. Once they fill in here the pillar, it will reach to this point, and then after it have stuck, they just take away these stones and the other stones, so that it can be like a building, like a complete building. Yeah. And what I'm telling you will be used to fill in. This is what I'm saying. This is the coarse aggregate. This is a mixture of the sand, the dust, and the cement and water. From this point, from this mini trench, getting to these other ones, still the foundation is ongoing. Yeah. So here, this other trench, we are at the second course.